In this video, we will talk about sigmoid activation function. In our previous videos, we talk about neuron architecture, in which we study that we have to apply activation function in our each the neuron of our hidden neuron as well as our output neuron. If you have studied machine learning, we have something known as sigmoid in our logistic regression. Now, if I talk about deep learning, sigmoid activation function we can use in the hidden layers as well as in the output layers. But remember, if we are applying sigmoid activation function on the output layer, then our problem should be our binary classification. It should be binary classification. After this also we have some problems with sigmoid activation function. Now we will see in this video that what is sigmoid activation and what is a problem with sigmoid activation function. Remember one thing that we have here our sigmoid function formula is like something like this. This is our sigmoid activation function formula. We also studied in our logistic regression. See, this is our sigmoid activation function formula. The after the putting the value of x over here, our range, the answer range should be between 0 to 1. It is a range of our answer. And what if I find a derivative of our sigmoid activation function? If I write del upon del x to a function of fx. Function of fx is nothing but our sigmoid activation function formula. So we have to find a derivative of this formula. Now the value ranges between 0 to 0.25. This is a range of our derivative of sigmoid activation function. We can also represent by this our graph. Suppose in our normal sigmoid activation function, we also studied in our logistic. If you have studied this, our graph is something like this, and our range of this function is 0 to 1. So if I find the derivative of sigmoid activation function del of del x into f of x, the it should be lie between 0 to 0.5, 0 to 0.25. So our graph should be something like that, and the range will be 0 to 0.25. So now let's back into our. So this is a introduction of a sigmoid activation function. Now let's see in our neural network how it works and what is the problem in that. As we know, in our forward propagation, we have to use for formula. It is something. It should be weight multiply feature value plus bias. In our forward propagation, it will find this value. It is for our forward propagation. But in our backward propagation, first we have after the first forward propagation, it will find our loss, and to decrease that loss, we will use something known as optimizer. And suppose we are using optimizer such as gradient descent, and the gradient descent, it is a graph of gradient descent. So now we know that in the back propagation, it will to reduce the loss in our back propagation, it will update our weights also. This weight, this weight, all the updates weight should be happen in here. So let's suppose first we have to loss degrees of, suppose it is W1. Now we have to decrease our, sorry, it is our W1 and it is our W2, it is our W3. W3 is simply means weights. It is our W6, it is our W7, it is our W5, it is our W4. Now let's suppose we have to update our W1. So for to update the W1 in our back propagation, we have a formula to update the our weights. We have something known as this formula in our back propagation. So according to our chain rule, see to in our back propagation, the chain rule is very important to find this derivative over here. So I have already made a video on chain rule. So please go back and see that video if you do not see this. So suppose we have to calculate our loss for W1. So it should be our del L upon del O4. Okay, first we have to write our, suppose it is our output 1 and it is our output 4, and it is our output, it is 1 2, it is should be 2, it is our output 3. So we know that to update the 1, we have, it is depend on the O4 and it is depend on the O1. So it should be del, first it will, we will write del 4 multiply del L, sorry, del O4 upon del O1 into में del O1 upon del W1, because our O4 is depend on our O1, O1 is depend on W1. So suppose what is the value of O4 over here? How we will calculate our O4? Now see, O4 is totally dependent on O1. So can we write, let's a variable known as Z. O1 when a forward propagation over here, so O1 will be multiply with our weights 3, and it should be our add our bias, and after that we have to apply activation functions in our forward propagation. So suppose we have applied activation function of sigmoid activation function. So after in our forward propagation, after applying our activation function, it will become O4 equal to sigmoid of our Z. It is happen in our forward propagation. So after that, now see, now we have this value O4. Let's talk about our this value. The web propagation when a gradient descent will find this derivatives, how it will become. Our O value which will be this sigmoid of Z. Now upon our O, what is our O1 value? So it is nothing but our Z. Now we have this value. Now it will be multiply derivative of Z upon derivative of W1. Now we already know that the derivative of sigmoid activation function, the range is between 0 to 0.25. So as we know, the range of derivative of a sigmoid activation function lie between 0 to 0.25. Let's suppose we have done only with this one derivative only. We have done this with only one derivative. So what if we do this in our large neural network? Suppose we have our this in our hidden neurons we have maximum number of layers. Suppose this is our output layer. So it will connect all the neurons. So suppose we are finding this value. So this derivative will become something more than that. So if this value is suppose 0.23, in this layer our value will be 0.10, and in this derivative our value is between 0.5. This derivative will be 0.001. Now what is the problem with that? If we multiply the whole number with our 0.001, what will happen? It will become very small number. It is a main problem with our sigmoid activation function. Suppose it okay, the multiplication of the derivative is become del L upon del W1. Now I am talking about this. If I find the derivative of, suppose it is W1, if I found this derivative of with respect derivative of laws with respect to derivative of W1 according to this law to update this W1. So suppose our derivative is become 0.001, and our, let's suppose our old weight is something 3. 3 minus the activation function, let's suppose our learning rate is 1. Suppose it will become something 2.999. So this is a problem of vanishing gradient problem. This is a problem of vanishing gradient problem. Why? I will tell you. Suppose in our gradient descent, our initial value is something over here. Now our back propagation also. After our back propagation, it will become this. So can we say that our 3 is approximately equal to 2.99. After rounding off, it will become exactly 3. So can we say that our weight updation is become unsuccessful? So because of that, whenever we have a small neural network, whenever we have a small neural network like this, we can use our sigmoid activation function over here only. But suppose in our we have large number of hidden layers, large number of neurons to find the derivative to find the this derivatives which will be held in their neurons. It will become very small number. So because of that, sigmoid activation function gives us a problem of vanishing gradient problem. When vanishing gradient problem simply means our weight updation becomes unsuccessful because of our derivative is becomes very small number. This is the main problem with our sigmoid activation function. And if you don't know how I write this equation, please go to a chain rule video in my playlist. So this is all about today video, our activation functions. And in my next video, I will try to talk about 10H activation function. Thank you so much. Bye.